Hello, everyone. Hope you're all doing well. Lori and John here for more composing. Hope you're all doing all right. If you're here, say hello. I have no idea. It's been a. It feels like this is year four. It's probably only like week 4 or 5. It feels like it's been forever though.
Quarantine doesn't mean that you have to shut down.
Lori, I have to
Yeah.
be honest. I think I just realized this whole time everyone could hear me, but they couldn't hear you. And I think that they think I've been talking to myself this whole time.
Okay, well, let's start again.
It's fixed. Can everyone hear Lori and I now?
My husband wishes that he had that function that he could mute me whenever he wanted.
I just bought a new microphone, everybody. It's the Audio Technica AT 2020 Plus, and I'm still learning some of the things I can do with it and OBS. And OBS, I haven't learned everything about it yet either, and unfortunately, sometimes I leave things muted that I shouldn't, which is what usually leads to our technical difficulties.
Yeah.
If you're here, say hello. Don't be afraid. We're going to get started composing in a minute. I have something I want to show you all before we get started. I'm going to put that up on the screen now. Everyone should be able to see it. Lori, this is, so Lori wrote an article that is on the NAFME website. Lori, do you want to talk about it?
Sure. So I actually have my own monthly column in Intune magazine's teacher edition, and each month from October to May, I pick a sensitive subject or something that's of timely of the school year, and I write about it. And so for March, I was able to submit mine a lot later, which was nice because I was able to talk about what's happening with the coronavirus. And so I entitled the article First Comes Love, Next Comes Mastery. And it's all about, in this time of virtual learning, are we thinking about our children's, our students' well being before we try to teach them anything? And so knowing that love comes first, and then we can start learning. And so it's had a remarkably large response on different forms of social media, and I've received a lot of comments regarding it. It's been a great conversation to have. I know many educators have been talking about this for the last couple of weeks, and it was just a way for me to sort of journal and put my thoughts into, an article.
It's really cool. It's a really good article. If you haven't checked it out, definitely check it out. Um, this is a great article, Lori.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. And we had placed, NAFME had selected just generic photos, stock photos. And when they sent me the draft and I looked at it, I was like, oh, it doesn't give that quarantine isolation effect. And by choosing to put my own photos in, it shows what type of quarantine that my family and I are going through. And so I chose pictures of myself and my children. My husband was like, don't put me in there. I was like, okay.
Aww.
So I just, chose some photos of what is a representation of how we're living. And I think how many families in um, America and globally are living right now. We're teaching our own children. We're not going outside. The picture of my kids looking out the window I thought was very telling.
Oh,
So,
hang on. Let's show that to everybody real quick. There they are.
oh.
There they are looking out the window. And
They're
Lori,
still in they're
go.
probably still in their pajamas at 1 o'clock.
I think it's more than just them.
Yeah.
And before I forget, also, Lori had an awesome interview with Larry Clark, Tyler Arcari, um, and I'm striking out on the other two, Blair and Jamie.
Blair and Jamie.
That are at Excelsior Music Publishing. She interviewed them, asked them a whole bunch of questions. It was really interesting to hear their responses, and also Lori definitely gave them a good interview there. So it's very interesting. I know Lori always asks me questions about the publishing process, and Lori definitely asked them, and they definitely said the honest truth, I think. So check it out.
I haven't even seen it yet. Unfortunately I was telling you, John, earlier, we had a storm roll through. I live in Baltimore, right outside of Baltimore, right before the interview, and my internet connection. We had done this at 8 a.m. because we were all on Eastern time. We had done this at 8 a.m. yesterday morning, and I just didn't have a good connection. And unfortunately, I haven't seen the video yet, but I freeze up a little bit, and then I had to move up to another room in the house, and then I was praying that my children would not come running in at any point. But thanks.
They're like, mommy, who are these strangers you're talking to?
Aww. So who do we have listening? If you're listening right now, go ahead and comment and let us know that you're here.
Please
we
say
had
hello.
A great time on Tuesday.
We did. These streams definitely are a lot of fun when we have the most participation of, or more participation of people chiming in and saying hello. And please say hello if you're watching.
Hello.
Well, there we are. Lori said hello. Lori's watching. Lori is watching.
Hi, Tyler. How are you doing? I just heard John just let me know that our interview posted online. I hadn't even seen it yet. So maybe tonight before I go to bed, I'll listen and watch it a little bit. Who else is here? We have a couple more watching, so go ahead and comment. We only have a number that tells us how many people are watching. So if you could just comment and say hello or I'm here, let us know.
I promise Lori doesn't bite.
Only when I'm starving.
Oh, okay. So I see how it is, Tyler. You say hi to Lori, but you don't say hi to me. I see how it is.
He apologized to you, John, that he was late. I didn't get an apology.
And before I forget, let's get a couple of administrative things out of the way. Lori will not be joining me on Tuesdays anymore. So I will be having a guest host every Tuesday. And since Tyler is in the chat, Tyler will be my first guest host next week. So I have.
It'll be great.
I'm excited for it. For those of you guys that don't know, Tyler and I have a Walter. What is it? Walter and Stab. Oh, I always get their names mixed up. The two old cranky guys from the Muppets. That's Tyler and I. So I'm sure that'll be. I'm sure we won't do that during the stream though. But all right. So before we get started, I have a couple other administrative things. Lori, do you want to talk about the other thing?
Remind me.
Program notes.
Oh yes. So we're noticing that we're having a lot of composers join us, and so I just wanted to share with you that one of the freelancing things that I do is write program notes for composers. So if you have a need, or if you are a publisher, an editor, and have a need for a composer who would like some help with writing some program notes, just let me know or reach out.
Okay.
I'm hoping, John, I can write the program note for this piece when we're finished.
We'll see. I mean, listen, I think you'd be the best person for it because you're you've heard everything I've said about it. So
right.
Okay, so a few things. I was contacted. First of all, I'm kind of amazed at how spread and how many people around the world have heard about these streams. A gentleman contacted me think it was yesterday. His name is Alexander. And Alexander, I'm going to say your last name wrong. I'm sure. I'm very sorry if I say it wrong. Carlin. And he noticed, normally in especially educational band literature, it's common to double the French horn, of which I have not done. So I highlighted that. We're going to look at that today and see what we can do about that. Number two, something that we need to look at is here I would like to add some contrary motion in these voices. It may take up these two here. I have to look into that. And then I want to look at revoicing some of this. And I think I know how we're going to do that. So I'm going to do that right now off of the bat, right off the bat before I forget. I know
That's
that...
wonderful, John, that people are listening. Either they're joining us or they're going back and listening to the live stream. That's fantastic.
Now, I know Alexander, he, I do believe he lives in Europe. And I do believe that he's actually sleeping right now. So he'll watch this. He'll watch this when we're sleeping here in America. And then he usually, when I'm still asleep, will send me a message that says, hey, saw this on the stream. What do you think about this? So
Very neat.
I just saw Tyler's comments.
I wasn't gonna say it, Joe.
But so some things, some food for thought there. So sorry, I had to take a drink of water. Let us look at some of these things. Now, I know some of you want to move forward, but a lot of composing, a lot of the time is going back and revisiting and revising, especially if you're like me and you have what I call Beethoven syndrome, which is, man, if this was paper and pencil, there would be all sorts of scratches. I would be rewriting this page like 10 times. It would be extremely messy. So thank goodness for technology that I don't have to do that. Now, one thing I did want to try is I wanted to see if this would work here. No, it does not. Now, we have two options here. We can do this, and we can set this as a Q if we want to keep it as true French horn, and we really want to keep this alto saxophone and tenor saxophone idea. Or another idea could be we could take this, because that's in unison anyways. We could do this here. Oopsie, went too far. And we can reduce that. So now we can get rid of this. We're going to rewrite this part anyways. And then we can take this. And as you guys can see, so what I'm doing is I'm copying this. I'm hitting Control-C when this is two separate parts. I hold Control and I click the bottom line. And then I hit Reduce, and it will reduce it into one thing. It adds these A2 marks that I'm going to delete. And then we can get rid of this. And I can actually take this and add it up here. I'm going to give it these notes. So then I can get rid of this again. All right, so let's listen to what we've done here. Again, this measure here is not long for this world. We're going to redo this measure. And I have a few ideas about that. So let's give this a listen to here at 29. Okay, that's starting to get better. So this was what I was thinking here. So what we would do is something like this. Because I know the idea here was to give it a contrasting legato section. Oops. We can't do that.
I'm here. Yeah, you're doing a lot of talking, so I'm enjoying it.
Oh, for the playback. Okay, so I gotta turn up the playback here. How does Lori's voice sound, Tyler? Is it okay?
High pitched.
It's Lori. Okay.
All the voices are fine. Okay.
Let's see if this works. Is that better, Tyler?
It's still low. Yeah, it's very low today for some reason.
Let's do this.
While John's doing that, if you're here, if you've just entered, go ahead and comment and say hello. Yeah, the playback's very difficult to hear, John. I'm not sure what's going on today.
I tried adjusting a setting here. Let's turn this off. Let's turn this on. Let's turn this off. How about that? Can everyone hear me? And can everyone hear me? Let's go with that because I just turned some settings off.
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay, I want that, and I want to turn that one off. Can everyone hear Lori now?
Hello, hello, testing, testing.
All right, let's see how about the playback now.
Yeah, much better.
Okay, cool. Then we will stick with that then. Okay, so, all right. So what we were doing here, we're gonna reduce this, but we're gonna do this in contrary motion here. So we're going to do this.
And now remind us again why you're doing that, John.
I'm trying to add some contrary motion here to try to
Okay.
to you see that these voices are moving down, these are moving up, these are moving down. To me, they were just all, the arpeggio was a little too much in my opinion. I think that this is going to sound a little bit better here.
Okay.
Let's try.
Peter is joining us. Hello, Peter.
Hi, Peter.
Peter, I just wanted to let you know that I'm using my husband's Arnold Schwarzenegger book again to raise my computer screen. Peter commented on something I posted. He saw the Arnold Schwarzenegger book lifting up my computer.
Did you see Tyler's thing there? I wasn't gonna call you out, Tyler. I was gonna leave it alone. Wasn't gonna call you out.
Yes, Peter. Peter, yes, it is pumping you up.
All right, let's give this a 31 a listen now here with these.
Awesome.
And I'll tell you what we're going to do to kind of emphasize this parallel motion here. Nope, not that. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. And hopefully this isn't too much like I think it's going to be. I definitely think it needs to be short, but I like that. I do like that flute part in there like that. Does everybody like that flute part and the clarinets? I like that way more than the arpeggio I had. I had another idea that we could do something like this. something like that.
Yeah. A little bit more movement with the subdivision.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's try this.
What is that emoji that Tyler just put in there? I don't know.
Oh,
What does that mean?
He's dabbing.
Oh.
Although those of you who know Tyler, Tyler would never be caught dead dabbing in real life. Or yeah, what Peter says. Maybe he's just practicing an elbow cough. All right, let's give this a listen here. Although I think that this would actually sound better a little longer like that. I think a half note will do it. And then Tyler also made a really good suggestion. Tyler is someone who will contact me after the streams and say some good ideas to me. There's a really good idea here. He suggested not just this quarter note thing. I'm thinking that if we just do this and basically just mimic what we're doing up here, I'm thinking that that will definitely sound a little bit more creative.
I also had a suggestion. When you have a chance, we'll go back to what you just did in the flute. I had a little thought.
Okay, give me 1 second. This should take 30 seconds here. See, now there's a shortcut here. I can never remember this to select the second voice. For those of you trying to learn Sibelius, if you hit Control Alt Shift and 2, it'll do this. I can never remember that. But there's a little the more you know moment if you would like it. All right, so let's do that, and this needs to be an eighth note if I remember correctly. Oh no, that's not a note at all. That should be that. So I added a bonus note that doesn't exist. All right, let's give this a listen and see how we feel. And then, Lori, I want to hear what you have to say. Ooh, no, see, okay, so, Tyler, I do like that idea. I do really like that idea. Not like that. Tyler made a really good suggestion. Lori, let's hear yours while I'm doing this.
For that measure right there, 32. Ooh, go back to what you had for a minute.
With the flute?
Yeah, because that's the measure I wanted to talk about.
Okay, it's back.
Oh, there it is. Okay, there you go. In my mind, I was hearing 1 and 2 and 4 and 1. Instead of just the quarter note on beat 4, I was hearing N4 N1 leading into measure 33. It just adds like a little bit of a lift. I don't know. Maybe that nobody else thinks it sounds good, but
well, here I think that we could do a combination of what you and Tyler are suggesting here. Oopsie.
For those of you that are just jumping on, I'm noticing the numbers right now. Go ahead and comment if you feel comfortable. Just say, hello, I'm here, just so we can put some names to those that are watching.
See, if we do that, Lori, then we can't do your idea. Let's listen to this. And then let's see if we can do your idea. I need to... Let's see if we can... Because I don't think combining these ideas is going to work as I had hoped. Triplet, dot, dot, dot. Yeah, because then it would be triplet dot 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 dot, which would kind of lose what you were saying. Let's see, and then let's this is going to be a test of Tyler here, because Tyler always tells me that Lori's always right. So we'll see if Tyler is right or if Lori is right.
I am not a composer.
Let's see. We'll see who's right in this case. All right, let's give this a listen from here. We're gonna save this as a version. So I know we've covered this a few times. To save this as a version, so we can come back to it, we go to review, new version. It usually defaults to whatever version number you're on, when you're starting it, what day it is, and the date and the time. So let's do that now, Lori. If we go back to the other version, we'll go all the way back. There we go. This is going to be messy. Let's put this down here. Oopsie, I didn't want to do that. Let's see. Oops.
John, I'm not able to see comments right now. Is that because you're on a different version?
No.
Oh, that's weird.
Hit refresh, Lori, and I'm gonna wait till you see Tyler's comment. I'm gonna let you see.
Yeah, this is weird. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to go back to the original. Hold on.
It's true. So that's a good point, Tyler.
Well,
go ahead, Lori.
I just hear the movement at the end of the measure, where Tyler's hearing more movement at the beginning of the measure. So I don't know. I'm hearing it at the end. So, and as a woodwind player, I like that movement.
Hang on, I have an idea. So let's go combine both of your ideas. We're gonna get rid of this tie here in a minute.
Tyler's saying he's hearing it now at the end too.
This will combine both of your ideas. Oopsie.
Yeah, Peter likes the moving notes too.
This will combine. I think you'll all be happy with this if I can hit the right keys. Oop, that is not the right keys. I think this is going to be the winner. Again, it all is determined on whether or not I can hit the right keys, which so far is not going well. Oopsie, that did not go well either. Alright, let's
yeah, I definitely agree with Tyler not to keep the pitches the same in the triplet figure. Like, not only do I hear movement, but I hear ascension. don't know. That rhythm seems a little tricky. Like I'm thinking middle school. So you have 1 and 2 triple, let one. I mean, they can definitely do it, but
Hey, let's give it a listen. Let's see what happens. We may not even like it. And oh, so this is what I was gonna say, but I wanted you to see it first, Lori. Um, so Tyler brings up a really good point. So sometimes as composers we think like, and I know I said this in a stream a long time ago. We'll go, man, that's it. That's gonna make that's gonna be the next #1 seller, and then we listen to it and go, yeah, no, that needs to all go in the garbage can. So it's just it's sometimes your ideas look great on paper, but they don't sound good. So let's give us a listen and see how this goes. I like that. I think that sounds good. Listen to it one more time.
I didn't hear it. Oh, I'm freezing up again.
Oh, Lori over here. Oopsie, no, we don't need that. How do we feel about this? Well, while we're waiting on that, I do have an idea for this that I want to do real quick.
John, this goes by so quickly. It's almost 10 of already.
I know.
My goodness.
I tell these streams are so much fun, and I look forward to them. There's something I really genuinely look forward to, and they go by like 5 minutes later. Don't think this is the answer, but we can try it. I definitely don't think that's the answer. Let's try this. That's a little better. All right, let's listen from here one more time and let's see how we feel about this. I really like that. I think this is a keeper for now. Let's listen to it here. Let's listen to it so we can really decide from 19.
Okay. So Tyler's saying that he's not feeling the triplets in the B section. I have to agree. It's sort of like, I don't know, sticks out a little bit to me. I don't know, Peter, what do you think?
That's an easy. No. Definitely don't think this is the solution, but let's listen to this.
So Tyler's saying, I think going up before you have a cadence in the first part of the phrase is why you're having issues, John?
So having the cadence here, Tyler, is this what you're talking about? Having this? Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, going up here, going this way. These notes are going in the upwards direction.
Tyler, we call that ascension, ascending.
And remember, Tyler, Lori is always right.
I like how there's always like a little pause or wait here until they type back.
I know. It's like we get like a moment to like really say how we feel. Beat 3 and 38 needs to go down.
So Tyler and Peter, thank you for joining us. You've been a part of this for many of the live streams, and you've been active participants. So thank you so much.
Yep, Tyler and Peter also, both of them, both very talented composers as well.
So, awesome.
Let's try this at 37. I think. Let's see. I don't need a flat there. I keep adding these flats that I don't need. Let's try that. I think Peter, I'm not ignoring you. I'm going to read what you wrote in a second. It's hard. Let's give this a listen real quick. I kind of like that.
I didn't hear it on the playback that time. Good.
Keep adding B flat. I keep forgetting B flat is in the key signature.
So this will need to be the last thing we do tonight, John, as we bring this to a close. It's amazing that we haven't gotten that far in the last 2 days, but we've really gone back and enhanced so many things just within like about a 12 measure radius.
Sometimes cleaning up is or editing is just as important Like I said, I think I've said it many times in many streams. There are days I write nothing new. I just clean up things.
Yeah.
It's just part of the process. All right, let's give this a listen here. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know how I feel about this either.
That third measure.
Yeah, I don't really want it to resolve on a major chord either. I'm trying to not resolve on that major chord. I don't think that's the solution there either. I think this might be the winner here. But those are also famous last words.
Yeah.
Well, that was great up until this beat 4. That was ugly. Let's listen to this one more time. Well, I really like that. How do we feel about that? I am going to do that. I really like that. I think that if we add some really pretty woodwind counter melody over that. All right, I'll tell you what. We're going to listen to this. It's 10 o'clock. Let's listen to it from the beginning, and we'll think about how we feel about it. Our goal is to truly, really be done with these 8 measures right here. Our goal is to move on from them next week. So we really need to try our best to not do those anymore. Let's listen from the beginning, and then we'll be done for this week. quick before we do end today, I'm going to quickly write in. Tyler just messaged me a little thing here that I want to try so you can all hear and see how you feel about it. I'm going to quickly try my best to get this in here as quick as humanly possible. Oops. Oopsie. What am I doing? Oh, there. Oopsie, that's not there. All right, this is what Tyler came up with. Let's listen to this real quick. We'll leave this here as food for thought. I'm going to highlight that, and I'll highlight those. And we can think about them for, randomly enough, next Tuesday when Tyler will be hosting for Lori.
So since I won't be here, in the measure with a whole note tied to the half note, I'm hearing some timpani happening below that. So add that in for me.
We will. I'll put a note in there now. They can't see that, as you can probably see. I put up the outro screen. I'll put that up. So we'll listen to that on Tuesday, and we'll see how we all feel about that. If we want to go Tyler's direction, I could go with Tyler's. I like that. There's one or two things I may change in there. There was one little thing, especially at the end. I don't know if I would resolve in concert F major like Tyler did. But there were some things I definitely really liked in there, and we can definitely take a look at them and see how we feel about them on Tuesday. So I'll leave them both there, and I put a note in there, Lori, for you for timpani. Lori, would you like to say anything?
No, just everybody have a wonderful weekend. If you're celebrating the holiday this weekend, have a great time in solidarity. But everybody have a wonderful weekend, and remember to relax. We're spending so much time online, just enjoy some things this weekend. Thank you, John, for everything.
It is my goal to try to get away from the computer for the weekend.
Yeah.
So, guys, thank you so much. Thank you, everyone, for participating. I know Alexandra will be watching this tonight.
Yes.
Everyone say goodbye to Alexander. Or hello to Alexander. Say hello to Alexander. All right. Thank you all so much. Thank you, Lori, for joining me. Lori will be back on a week from today.
Yes.
And I'll see you all on Tuesday. Thank you so much.
Okay, take care. Bye.